Hey everyone, Graham from Loudwire here with our old friend Paul Booth. How
Thanks,
you
Graham.
doing, man?
Doing good, man.
It's good to be back. It's good to see you again. It's been a little while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
COVID really put a damper in things.
yeah, we were having a
Yeah,
good time tattooing people. Last time was the Alistair Black
that's right.
shoot, which was a personal favorite of mine. It was a lot of fun. Uh, Obviously, the world has changed a little bit since then.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I would love to hear a little bit about how your life has changed.
All right. Well, when COVID hit, when it hit New York and they did the lockdown, I had to close my doors. And after 3 months of that, I decided, you know what? I'm going to stop spending my savings on paying the rent.
Yeah.
So I figured at that point, I was clear to me that New York was going to be down for a while. And not just in lockdown, but recovery afterwards. So I made what felt like the smartest move and got out of town, closed my shop and my galleries, and closed the operation down. Moved out to Jersey for a private art studio that I'm using temporarily. Planning on getting back to New York maybe later this year, and hopefully getting back into the groove. Although I'm not gonna be a full tattoo shop again. I'm just gonna work by myself.
So people watching might be surprised that no, this is not the normal tattoo studio.
No, this is my temporary tattoo studio.
Yeah,
I brought some of the necessities so that I could feel at home, because I got a tattoo in this kind of environment. So it's a lot of my skull collection and things like that, and makes me feel at home so I can create and do what I got to do.
absolutely. So I know that you also recently had neck surgery. Is that right?
Yeah, last year, just almost a year ago, I had a few of my spines sewn together or fused together.
Oof.
Not sewn, although who knows what they did, bolts. And so I got 3 vertebrae fused together and went through hell in the process. It was a long recovery. I had stenosis with
Oh,
the vertebrae issue. So my entire spinal cord was getting clamped down on. My whole body was going numb from my fingertips to my feet. And when I finally got the surgery on my neck, I was at the point where I could barely tattoo anymore. I couldn't hold the machine because my hands were so numb that I had no dexterity. So I got in for the surgery, and the minute I woke up, I was like, I could feel my hands. I remember seeing this in front of me, wiggling my fingers, so happy, coming out of the grogginess of in recovery. So it was great. And after, I still have nerve damage, so I'm a little weak, but I do like 1 tattoo a day, 3-4 hours, and then my neck starts to hurt too much. But still, all in all, I'm getting better every day, so
good.
it's working out.
Yeah, stenosis. You usually hear something like that with
Old people.
professional wrestlers
Oh,
too.
right, yeah.
That's a very common thing. How do you get stenosis?
Well, sitting on my ass all day in air conditioning is not all it's cracked up to be. All right, it makes you nice and fat with a fat ass, but you sit shitty. With your head hunched over all day long for over 30 years. I'm like this all day, so my neck, it's all crushed in here, and so like posture really takes a toll on you. Some guys are athletic and smart enough to like sit up straight, but you still got to bend your head down to look at what you're doing, no matter how athletic you are. I unfortunately was the leader of the hunchback black t-shirt crew in tattooing, and so I originated the whole shitty posture thing, I think, 30 years ago. But at any rate, not that I'm an advocate for poor posture, but I definitely was a culprit. So yeah, that's how it happens. I got 2 torn rotator cuffs. One got operated on from doing this all day, and that skewed up my shoulder, and now my other one's gone. I got to get surgery on that. It takes a beating on you, man. But it's all like anything. If you don't take care of yourself, I don't exactly look like the most fit guy, but you get what you pay for.
How long did it take you to be able to get back into full tattooing shape?
I'm just now there, I mean, I'm back to tattooing every day. It's just like half days is what it is, but it's still every day. And my neck's getting stronger and stronger. I would say, how long have I been back after surgery? 5 months? 6 months, not a whole year,
Almost half a year, yeah.
maybe 8 months or so. Yeah.
Well, you've definitely at least been busy doing other things. So
Yeah.
tell me what you've been doing in the interim.
Let's see, what have I been doing? Back to painting. This behind me here, I painted recently for Pantera for their book, and that's the last finished painting I did. I'm getting ready to start some new body of work. Still kind of deciding on the narrative a little bit more and what I want to say. No more babies, I don't think. I think I'm done with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm always painting babies, so,
Okay.
you know, dead babies this, dead babies that, you know, I don't know.
It's run its course?
Yeah, it's run its course. Like the church, I'm tired of bitching about it, you know. No one wants to hear it anymore anyway, so. But yeah, I'll have something to bitch about, I'm sure. Probably psychological things, you know.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Tell us about the bike out front.
Oh, my motorcycle. I just finished that this past, before winter, in the fall I finished it. And basically sculpted the tanks and fenders, repainted the whole bike, took it all apart, repainted it, put it back together with the help of a friend of mine. And then I sculpted and painted the tanks and fenders as well. It was an experiment, you know. I basically took bed sheets, soaked them in resin, and molded them onto the bike so the bike would look like it was made out of flowing fabric, you know, and painted it like Spawn, and you know, gave it kind of a regal reddish effect, and it came out really cool. People were digging it, you know. It gets a lot of looks on the road when I ride. It looks evil, so I'm happy.
And parked out front, too.
And parked out front to scare the neighbors, of course.
Yeah, so tell us what music you've been doing, too.
Oh, my music? Well, if you've heard my music, you know it's kind of soundtrack-ish, kind of horror movie soundtrack music, you know. It's not really like music you'd listen to when you're driving a car, you know. It might put you to sleep. So I guess it would categorize it as like a dark, psychedelic, electronic, chill out kind of thing. It's a slow trance kind of music. But I got a new album I'm coming out soon with, and a project with Eve Minor that is her vocals and her input as well on the music itself. And so it's kind of like the Eurythmics from hell, I guess. And then my own album, solo album, which is what it is. I don't know. You know, I make my music. It's not that it's got that many people that listen to it, but it's more about releasing it for me. Like, as part of my art, it's another medium, like painting or tattooing. Music is like just another medium that I work in, that when I finish something, sharing it is part of finishing it. For me to get the closure on the piece that I made, I need to share it so that it's exposed to the world, whether it sucks or not. So my music is my best example of putting out something that maybe for some sucks. I don't know. Whatever you're into. But I have some people that like it, so I'm happy.
We're back tattooing the House of Black, AEW, Malachi Black,
Yeah.
Brody King, both here got some work done. And you've done a lot of work on Malachi in
Yeah.
particular since we first filmed with him. Tell me about that.
Yeah, well, since the last time we moved to his stomach, last time I was with you guys, we started his stomach. We had a couple sessions there. Today, we finished up his stomach. So we got a finished piece on him. 2 finished pieces now.
All right. Well, perfect. I hope we can keep doing this despite the difficulties.
Once they
in
forget
modern
about
life.
the pain, then they come back and get more, and then they remember, and it's a whole cycle, you know.
That's right. Well, there are some people who might be afraid to come back, but I won't name names.
Right. Exactly.
All right. Well, hopefully we can keep doing this. Paul, I always appreciate doing stuff with you. Thank
Great
you
to
so
be with
much,
you
man.
guys.
Paul Booth, back in business. Get your ink from the master.
Thanks, man.